Australia's head coach and captain Tim Sheens, Cameron Smith. Any questions, please?
What's the story with
Dislocated his left shoulder. Took a bit of time to get it back in, but they've sorted it. So I'd say, well, it's definitely the end of his tour.
How disappointing is that, gutting for the whole squad, I guess?
Yeah. You know, he's a great tourist, a great member of the squad. The boys love him, and he obviously can play. So it's going to be a big loss to us. Yeah.
Have you spoken to him?
Yeah. He's up and around. He's in a bit of trouble there for a while, but the medical staff did a great job, both ours and the stadium's medical people. So you know, he's up and around at the moment. So he'll be sore in the morning. So we're off to Ireland tomorrow, so we'll have to make arrangements for him to settle down here in Manchester until we come back from Ireland.
How did he do it? Was it when he landed into the ground, or was it when he crashed into the signage?
I don't think it was in the ground. It was certainly when he hit the signage. Yeah. So.
Sorry, and so it would have been a pretty good night until that point.
Yeah. It is disappointing for the group. The boys are all pretty concerned for him. So, but you know, he's in good hands with the medical staff, and he'll recover from it. It's not a career-ending injury or anything like that. So it's just disappointing for his tournament. That's all.
Ken, do you have the opportunity to bring another player over?
That's being looked at, but I'm uncertain of the rules there. I think for a serious injury like that, you know, we're hoping it will, but we'll just have to wait and see.
The injury part, how do you think it went overall tonight?
Well, again, I think we were rusty and we did some silly things, but defensively we were very good. So you know, we forced. You know, we defended everything. They played very well. They completed every set in the first half, and we weren't that bad. But second half, I think they were well into the half before they dropped the ball. So you know, they played well. They kicked well. Conditions were obviously very, very tough for both teams. But you know, I was very happy with the way the team defended.
Cameron, how big a loss is Liz going to be?
Yeah, as Tim mentioned, it's a huge loss, both for us on the field and off. He's a very important part of our squad, and he's a bit of a character too, which is, it's nice to have those guys around for a tour as long as this one. So you know, last week he was great for us off the bench. He's a wonderful footballer, and again he played really well again tonight until he copped that injury. So you know, we'll just have to wait and see now what the rules are with trying to find another player. But I thought Bordy Cordner did a really good job tonight. He certainly put his hand up to fill that role on the edge.
Cameron, those conditions, it's like playing in Melbourne?
Yeah, they are a little bit, but I thought it was a little bit colder here tonight. Waiting for that first kick-off when we were held up for a few minutes was not comfortable, but yeah, we got the job done. We got a win, which we were chasing, but there's still some things we need to work on. It obviously wasn't the best of conditions to play in tonight, but yeah, we still had some unforced errors tonight, which we need to cut out of our game.
Tim, what were you pleased about? What did you take out of the performance of some of the forwards? It was quite good in the halves, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, we had to change game plan at the last, coming into the game because of the conditions, and the guys reacted to it really well. We played nice and tight up the middle, kicked well. I thought our kicking game was really good. Our chasing game was really good again against their back three, which were obviously very dangerous, the two wingers and the fullback. And the fact that we kept them to no tries, and I don't think we looked like giving up a try, to be quite honest. Or maybe that one where he nearly got it down, I suppose. That was about the only chance that we gave them, so we turned them away there as well.
Cameron, what would you say is sort of the best team outside of New Zealand and England that you've played? Like, you know, how do they rank the sort of Fijians? You know, aside from
Yeah.
you're ranking your opposition, but leaving out England and New Zealand.
No, they're a very good side, Fiji. There's no doubt about that, and we spoke about that all week about how they've got some quality players, and you know, they put 30 on Ireland last week, so and England put 40, so they're not far off. They've got great skill. They're tough. they're very disciplined, as they showed tonight with their ball control, and you know, there was no way we were going to take them lightly, and I thought, you know, we did a good job of that. You know, we spoke about our defence all week, how it needed to improve. We played England last week. First time they got down our end, they scored, so we needed to drastically improve that, and we did that tonight. I thought our talk was very good, particularly in the ruck. You know, the communication and the tackle was great, and I thought our contact was really good on the big boys. We did a good job on their big fellas tonight, which they rely heavily on, which minimised the opportunities for the guys on the edge.
What about you, Tim? Do you think they're one of the better teams outside of the big three?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, if they complete like that next week, they'll give England a run for their money. Tell you now, if the conditions are any better than they were tonight. But you know, in saying that, England played very well today too. Watching their game, but you know, their completion rate was great. I thought they kicked really well. They put the ball in behind us a few times, and Greg Inglis I thought was really cool under pressure and handled that really well. So saved a number of situations for us. So that'll be a tough game next week. And of course, with them having won one, they've got to win next week, I think, to be some chance to go through. So I'd imagine there's going to be, and England will have to win it as well. So that should be a really good contest.
Tim, were you impressed with Cherry Evans? He scored a try and set up a couple as well.
Yeah, Cherry went well. He was a bit rusty. A couple of things didn't go quite his way. Same with Jonathan. It was a tough game for halfbacks, but nevertheless, you know, in the big plays, both boys came through. Jonathan's goal kicking was phenomenal, just absolutely phenomenal. You could after he put one from the sideline, went almost hit the halfway, but never outside of that, everything else was excellent. You know, yeah, and in conditions like that, you just can't beat that.
How do you approach the next game? Tim, what will you look to do?
Well, we're starting to get serious in this respect that we need to start coming up with the combinations that we're going to go through from there. We need to win the game first, and by the same token, we need to get everyone game time, which is why Cherry got games today, why Robbie's been getting games. You know, there's been a bit of criticism at home about playing Robbie, but you know, we need to make sure that our key playmakers are all getting game time. We can't go deep into the tournament and then find a possible problem and them not having played. So Cherry and Robbie both getting a bit of time each, and that's important, as are the other players in the team. So we'll pick a team this week with a view of starting to get into the quarterfinals, and then obviously then it starts to become sudden death. So we just got to, you know, obviously pick our best side and start to work on those combinations.
Thanks, guys and ladies.